Alright, today on Dan Does Things, I'm going to introduce myself and call myself Dan, because I'm Dan and that's what I do. I do things. Welcome back. If you're a repeat viewer, if you're new, well, there was your introduction to me. Today we are going to smoke pork belly, turn into bacon. Alright, that's one thing of pork belly that I cut into two. You're my left, your right. Left would be just black peppercorn. Right is my maple bacon. I did add some brown sugar to each of them. After they cured for 7 days, I did add more black pepper to it, because you gotta, like, when you cure it, when you're done curing it, you gotta wash it or rinse it gently, according to Hey Grill Hey, which is where I got the recipe from. I'll link that in the description. And yeah, so hey, get your nose away, get your snoot away from my. Stop it, dude. Come on, hey. You'll get some later. Just be patient. This dog tries me to drink. Anywho, oh, that's good. We got the smoker up to 160. We're going to throw this on. I want it at about 170. It's going to take a little bit longer to warm up, but 160 is a great place to be. We're actually going for a 160 internal temp. This is an 18-inch Weber Smokey Mountain Smoker. It's just a squirrel, dude. Anyways. I did, to get this up to temperature and to get it all prepped, I did the snake method, which is 2 bricks wide, 1 set of bricks on top. I did coals, I did applewood in there. So that's what's gonna be the smoky flavor that we're going for with all this. And I did add, which I didn't film, I did add a water basin in there, which comes with the smoker. If you're a smoker, you're familiar with it. That'll really help keep the temperatures regulated. Other than that, we're golden. We're gonna get this open. The thing's probably gonna yell at us, the temp gauge. I'm hoping I can fit both these on one. Great. If I had the 22-inch, or if I had an offset smoker, it'd be a bit easier to do. We're just going to place this down in there. Make sure the probe. So I'm putting the black peppercorn one down low. How hot is this? Oh, that's fine. Then that way the maple bacon kind of drips on it. There's not going to be a whole lot of drippings from what I understand. Really, I should have taken a photo of all this before it went on, so that way you can see what it looks like cured and everything. The next time I do it, I'll have a better idea. I'm just winging it right now. Oh, I should do wings. I gotta work Super Bowl Sunday at the club, which is a bummer, but I'm gonna make money, so, you know. It'll take a minute to get back up to heat, but that's the good thing about the water basin in there, is that it retains heat. So this should, yeah, we're already at 100. So now we wait. There's gonna be a lot of like fiddling with the grates or the holes or the vents. Vents, they're called vents. I need to learn my lingo. But whatever you call it, as long as you know what you're talking, as long as you know what you're doing, I don't care what you call it. And if you wear black gloves when you look at it, great. I'm not wearing black gloves right now, but you'll see later. Anywho, enough about me, enough about you. I'm gonna drink my espresso, my adult espresso, because today's the 20th of January, and truly today shouldn't exist in the way that it does, but it does. So it's not dry January anymore, at least for today. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna let this get up to temp. We probably got about 4 hours on this, hopefully, and then we're gonna have some bacon. Oh, best part is I get to use the meat slicer thing I bought off of TikTok. Like I'm a deli, like I work in the deli. That'll be fun to figure out. I should probably set that up before. Yeah. All right. Anyways, inside to set that up. All right, so it's been about 5 hours. I definitely misjudged. Oh, that's such a bright light. It's just like the sun. Misjudged the how cold it is out here and how many coals I needed. This is my first time doing bacon, which I know is supposedly pretty easy to do, but it's taken a while. We're getting hungry, and so I'm gonna bring it inside and I'm gonna finish off in the oven, which is fine. It would be nice to get this at a consistent point where I'm just doing it outside, but I've had to do this with a number of dishes because I'm still trying to figure out the amount of coals I need to use. So this is what it looks like on the inside, but I mean, look at that. That is some smoked bacon. So it is the next day. We did have dinner last night. This here happens to be the maple bacon, maple peppercorn, whatever you want to call it. Forget what Hey calls it. But I was definitely, if you ask my wife, if you ask my good buddy Matt, who got me into smoking, you would think that like I was ruining $100 brisket last night. Like I was very stressed out, to the point where like I didn't want to like keep filming. I just didn't want to do this anymore. And I ended up, I did vastly underestimate the amount of coals that I needed for the temperature it was outside. I left my coffee over there. God bless it. It's one of them days. All right. And I vastly underestimated like exactly how much I needed coal wise and how long it was going to take because of just how cold it is here in South Jersey currently. So, you know, this is my first attempt. Definitely like an extreme version of like an attempt. I love the way it turned out. Things I would do differently, like I said, I definitely need to work on the amount of coals I use. I need to work on the amount of time to give myself better time management. That's something I've always struggled with. With ADHD, time management has definitely been an issue for me. Like whether it's getting out of bed and getting started, waiting until the last minute until there's pressure. And that's kind of what happened yesterday, you know, with all of this. And it's something I'm working on. I know with my schedule at the casino, it's difficult, like maintaining like an actual schedule and rhythm. Like right now, while I'm filming this and making this sandwich, this BLT, they could call me to come in because I'm on call today. That's just the way it is, and my schedule's a little all over the place. But back to the sandwich, as you can see here. Well, actually, back to the bacon because that's what we're here for. Look at that marbling. It ended up turning out so much better than I expected it to turn out. It looks a lot better. I thought this was going to be a thin piece of bacon. It's actually pretty thick, as you can see from the pan. I did cut it thick. I have a Vivor deli slicer, meat slicer. Definitely the smaller one. Probably next time, like it's probably good for like small things if we're buying stuff from the grocery store and we want to slice up, you know, turkey or whatnot. But I would definitely say go a little bit bigger than you need, than you expected. Make sure it's not 220. Make sure it's still 110. I'll do a whole video on that later. But I'm very happy with this. You know, I got myself a BLT. I got some toasted sourdough. Listen to that crunch. Hey. There we go. All right. Sourdough is something I definitely want to get into, making my own bread. I did go down a rabbit hole yesterday, a little bit about how people do smoked sourdough, which is essentially just smoking water, smoking your flour, smoking your salt. There was like 3 ingredients that they smoked, but they didn't bake it in the smoker, which it makes sense. You're doing it in a Dutch oven anyways, for the most part. Anywho, I got this BLT here. I'm not doing a bacon, egg, and cheese only because apparently eggs are going to get cheaper. So I'm waiting on that. By the time that happens, I'll probably have my own chickens out back, which is the ideal way to do things, in my opinion. The wife and I would love to have our own garden and chickens out back so we can have fresh eggs all the time. When we were in Ireland for our honeymoon, we got to stay at an Airbnb that had their own chickens, and those eggs, I've never tasted eggs that good. And we didn't even season them, besides like maybe a little bit of salt and pepper. Usually I do onion powder, garlic powder, pepper in my eggs, just to give it a little bit of flavor, because I feel like eggs in America don't have great flavor, but eggs from home, it's a different story. So anyways, I'm going to dive into this. Thank you so much for following along with me on this. This was very stressful for me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do that stuff that helps the algorithm. I really appreciate you. Have a great day, and don't forget to be you, boo-boo. Peace out, Cub Scouts. Oh, that's so good. That's stupid.